And go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the community call. We're really excited to share some ecosystem updates and some data and a lot of stuff. So we're gonna start with Tiago today, just to change things a little bit. Tiago, are you ready? Also, just a kind reminder, everybody who's not talking, please unmute. I need to be always on microphone. I'm sorry, just because of the recording. And yeah, Tiago, let's start with the numbers.
You can see my screen, just to make sure.
Yes.
Great. So, just a quick update from the last week. We're still growing in the number of active claimers, almost with 500,000 users in the good dollars. And in the last week, we had slightly increase in the active claimers. And we start to show also the monthly users we had in the wallet in this update. And we had 1,000 new, almost 1,000 new claimers in the last week. In terms of signups, Bangladesh is still the first country. Bangladesh also is the first country in terms of claims and also in transactions. So Bangladesh now is basically our main country in the good dollar. In the protocol, we delivered almost $3,000 in the last week and an average of 400 good dollars to each users if you claim every day, of course. And also we have here the market capitalization and the total interest we generate in good dollar. In terms of transactions, we had a small number than last week, but still a lot of transactions, more than $5 million dollars in terms of transactions, and a small increase in the number of the transactions last week. And just a quick study in the risk integrations, we finished the campaign there with more than 700 NFTs sold in the total volume of 12 million good dollars in the Artrific. In the next call, I intend to bring more information about these NFTs, the average number of NFTs, the average price, and this kind of stuffs. And here we have a leaderboard with the main users. Whoop, this is wrong. A leaderboard with the top users with more basically.
Is it me or we're losing Tiago a little bit?
I could hear him, but it felt like the noise suppression was cutting him between words. But now I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, now I can.
But basically, I finished my update.
Thanks, Tiago. We lost you a little bit at the end, but just guys remember that we have all this information in the agenda. I'm gonna share the link now. So who's gonna give the
one thing I wanted to add while we're talking about our Artrific is that it's really cool to see how many people actually use that campaign to experiment with NFTs. So I know Tiago will share more, but the stats that I saw also said that 540 new people joined our Artrific, and they created at least $29 NFT collections and created over 500 or 600 dollar NFTs. So it's really neat to see actually new member or that drive usage into their campaign and people actually using their good dollars to experiment with minting, and I think it's been great to see it's been really cool to see just like on a human level, not even a volume level, how people have experimented.
Yeah, really cool.
That's it.
I don't know if you're seeing anything, Zhao, but we're kind of like losing you. Okay, Pat, are you ready?
Yeah, I am sharing my screen. Woo, it's back to Windows 94. Most of you don't remember Windows 94. But anyway, here I am. Hi, everyone. So, on the dev side, we've been doing fixes to the bug flow. Fixes to the claim flow, bug fixes to the claim flow. And we're also preparing for other things that we want to do, such as the invite model. We're making sure that people get rewards in the chain that they were whitelisted so that they don't claim rewards from both sides. We're doing some server maintenance, which I typed incorrectly, as you can see. So the work's still going on the dev side. On the product side, there is a bit of news. So we want and we will rename GoodSwap to GoodDApp. And there are many reasons why we need to do this. So first of all, I think that lots of people that we have been talking to thought that GoodSwap was a decentralized exchange. And what we have is actually this DApp that allows for interaction with the Good protocol, and that we will keep building on top of it all of the things that are GoodDollar related. So it doesn't make sense to call it GoodSwap when it's actually much more than GoodSwap. So that's happening pretty soon, and it will occur with the first deployment, the first stage of the Celo launch, which I am going to talk about now here, which is the second part of my talk. I want to talk to you about the deployment and how things are going. So as you know, we have many reasons to move to Celo. We are aligned with their missions, and we really think it's going to be a great environment for the community to learn by doing, and also to take advantage of all of the amazing DeFi dApps and opportunities that Celo offers. So as you know, we've divided the deployment in 3 phases. The first one is the activation and liquidity. So as far as that goes, we have the GoodDollar token on Celo. It has been audited. We also have the multi-chain bridge that had been deployed with a little bit of a issue with the fees. We got in touch with them, corrected the fees, so that's ready. Now the next thing that we need to do to complete this first phase of the deployment is get the pair created on Uniswap, the liquidity pool, so that we can start deploying liquidity, and then we can push a campaign to all of our supporters saying, hey, Celo, GoodDollar is expanding to Celo. We have a liquidity pool that is going to give rewards. Come join us in this new phase of GoodDollar. And that's the first stage. So the second stage is claiming, and I know that a lot of you have questions about claiming. So I'm here to answer some of them. So first of all, when is claiming on Celo going to be available? So soon. We are planning to release, actually we want to put the proposal up for the distribution of the UBI. As you know, the UBI, I'm gonna show you. As you know, UBI is minted in the reserve, right? You add the stable coin that gives back into the token, the GoodDollar token, and then you get the GoodDollar token. That happens on an Ethereum mainnet. And we have the distribution contracts in each of these networks. So Fuse network has a distribution contract and a claimer claims from this distribution contract. So when UBI is minted in the reserve, it goes through a bridge to the distribution contract, and the smart contract does the calculation and divides the UBI between everyone here. So now, pretty much the same thing is going to happen. We're going to get good dollars from the reserve to the distribution contract. And that's the proposal that is coming up that Mary is going to talk about soon, which is GIP 14, which accounts for the distribution of the UBI between all of the distribution contracts. So when that hits the distribution contract, we can claim on Celo too. So as a claimer, you're going to have to claim on Fuse, and then if you're claiming through the GoodDApp, and that's the only way to claim right now, you're going to have to switch networks and claim on Celo. Let me go back here. So soon, in March, after the proposal that Mary is going to talk about gets approved, we are going to have claiming on Celo available. So then you ask me, okay, so how can I claim on Celo? You can claim on Celo using the GoodDApp that we used to call GoodSwap. So you're gonna connect your wallet. You're going to press the claim button, just like the claim button that we have in the wallet, and you're gonna claim on Celo. Can I use my GoodDollar wallet to claim on Celo? You can use your GoodDollar wallet with Wallet Connect. So you go to your GoodDollar wallet, open the menu, go to Wallet Connect, and then go back to the GoodDApp interface, connect your wallet, and that way you can claim. Now, can I claim on Celo in the GoodDollar wallet app? No, because the GoodDollar wallet app that we use to claim on Fuse only supports Fuse. At this point, it only supports Fuse. So technically, you can use your GoodDollar wallet to claim on Celo by using Wallet Connect, or if you want to export it to MetaMask, you can also do it, but not within the GoodDollar wallet interface. If that's not clear, let me know. I can explain and I can help find a better way, a different way to explain this. But one thing that you have to remember is that if you're claiming on Fuse using the GoodDollar wallet, your wallet address is the one that is whitelisted in the distribution contracts to do the claim. So you should use that wallet, just not the GoodDollar wallet app. So the Good wallet app that you have been using to claim. Okay, so next, can I use the GoodDApp to claim on Fuse? Yes, so you're going to go to the interface, you're going to connect your wallet, and then you see the network here, and you're going to switch network. But we also made it easy for you by, we have a post-claim screen. So here, this person just claimed on Celo. You can see here that the interface tells them your new balance on Celo is 12,000, your next claim, and then there's a button here to claim on Fuse. This triggers a network change, which will take you to Fuse, where you're gonna claim from that distribution contract. So, yeah, and you can also still claim through the wallet. So if you want, you can open the wallet every day, claim through the wallet, then go to the GoodDApp using Wallet Connect and claim on Celo. It's your choice, and we want to know what's easier for the community. Is it to stay in the GoodDApp, or is it to do a claim in the wallet and then go to the GoodDApp? That's something that we want to learn too. So here, where can I see my wallet? I'm getting feedback from someone. Is it Mary? Is it Mary?
It's probably me. I'm sorry, but like, I'm hearing your construction, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it.
It's fine. It's because you're
Let me
building.
hide. Yes, I'm a builder.
Yeah.
Not that kind of builder. Let me hide here for a second. Okay. So where can I see my wallet's GoodDollar balance? So on Fuse, you can still see in your wallet. Now on Celo and also on Fuse, you can see it in the GoodDApp. We have this module here at the left-hand side that shows your wallet balance, not only for GoodDollar, but it also shows your Good and your GDX, which is the token that you get when you buy from the reserve. So the Good app will allow you to see your balance, so you don't have to worry. We made it very clear here, so no one feels confused where you claim on Celo and then you don't know how much good dollars you have. Here you can see it. Next question is, how is the UBI distribution going to be divided between Celo and Fuse? So this is Mary's realm. So as you can see, she already updated live proposal now. So we have a proposal that Mary is going to talk about that will start with a 10% distribution to Celo, and that will increase every month until we reach 50-50 between Celo and Fuse. And Mary is going to talk more about that. Do I need to verify that I'm human again? Do I need to prove that I'm alive and unique human being again? No, because your whitelisting status will be shared between all chains, right? What happens to my GoodDollar address, your GoodDollar wallet address? It's the same on both chains. And this is why we recommend that you use Wallet Connect or export your GoodDollar wallet to MetaMask and make sure that it's safe, because that's the way that you're going to be able to claim on both chains. How are we going to onboard new claimers? Through the Good app. So the Good app now, in the claim flow here, if you connect with a wallet that isn't whitelisted, isn't verified, that cannot claim yet, when you press claim now, Good app is going to tell you, hey, you need to prove that you're a live and unique human being, because we divide things equally between everyone here, right? So that's how we're going to onboard new claimers. As long as they have a Web3 wallet, they can just go to the Good app, connect their wallet, click claim now, and start the face verification process, which is the same as the wallet. So we haven't changed anything that. Can I send my GoodDollar from Fuse to Celo? Yes. There will be two bridges. The multi-chain bridge, which is about to be released, which will be used for larger amounts of the dollar, and a micro bridge for whitelisted claimers. So when you go back to this drawing here it is, the multi-chain bridge. The goal is that it will allow for transfers between all of the networks, and the micro bridge initially will work just for Fuse and Celo. So it's for claimers to bridge smaller amounts, so like your daily claim, or if you have a small balance on your Fuse network and you want to move to Celo or vice versa, you can use this bridge. That account, you can transfer up to $1 million GoodDollars with this bridge. So this is going to be very helpful if you want to move your money across Fuse and Celo. And I guess that's it. So, this is the multi-chain interface. You can see that it's pretty simple. And Mary and I will produce a big guide on how to buy from the reserve, how to bridge your GoodDollars using multi-chain, how to deploy liquidity to Uniswap, and how to farm your rewards. And will be posted as soon as we finish this first stage of the launch that I just talked about. Right, I talked too much. Any questions? Wow, silence. What a relief from hearing you talk all the time. Unless someone is talking and I can't hear you. Maybe there's something in the chat.
Let's see, Salva.
No.
Salva is typing on the chat. I don't know if he has a question.
All right.
But we're seeing.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope this was helpful. I simplified this. I'm sure that Hadar cringed a lot when I drew things here, but I just wanted to make sure that you understand like the basics of how this works, because it's critical for when you're talking to a community member, for instance, when they try to send their money from Fuse to Celo, they need to know that it's not just sending to a different address, right? If they have a friend that wants to be paid on Celo mainnet, they will have to bridge. They can't just use the wallet payment send. If they use it, it's going to go to their address on Fuse, right? The Fuse side. the transfer will happen. It won't go to Celo. So we need to find ways to teach people that we are multi-chain and that bridges are the connection point between all the chains. Right. Questions? No questions. Can I stop talking now?
I do have a question. So
Okay.
where is people gonna find the multi-bridge and the micro-bridge?
Where people are gonna find it?
Yeah.
Where? Here on the left side menu. So you see that we'll be doing work to this interface, and as we launch things, we're gonna play around, but always in the Good app, in the menu, you have a link to everything. The idea is for the Good app to be the home for the protocol, for interacting with the protocol, for all our partners and all of the integrations. So it's going to be here. Everything is going to be here.
Nice. Thanks, Pat.
You are very welcome. Very happy to be working with you.
Very happy to be working with you too.
Okay.
Can you keep sharing your screen? I don't need it for my update, but maybe people is gonna need it. I'm just gonna jump. I don't think Bertrand is here with us. But Pat, do you wanna give the liquidity upgrade too? You don't want to? Anna, do you want to?
I can do it. It's fine. So let's actually not show this because it's actually not relevant. I can just give a verbal update, which is that essentially, as Pat explained, the first phase that's going to happen in the next week or so is actually activating the token on Celo and then deploying the liquidity, is what we need in order for the token to be able to have a real price and to actually be liquid and usable on Celo. And so the first phase will actually be liquidity campaign in a decentralized exchange called Uniswap. For those of you guys who are familiar with Voltage, it functions a lot like Voltage. It's a decentralized, centralized exchange for small cap tokens and their communities to deploy and pool liquidity. We, of course, have, as Pat showed, we're going to have liquidity on 3 chains. We're going to have a liquidity on mainnet. We're going to have liquidity on Fuse, which is currently on Voltage. And now we are going to begin to seed liquidity on Celo, which is going to be GoodDollar token, the same GoodDollar token, but it will be on Celo, and we'll need to have it linked to other pairs and other markets on Celo so that it has a real price and people can begin to use it. So the first campaign that we'll be deploying to the community is going to be a GoodDollar and Celo token campaign on Uniswap V2. And it will, Bertrand is meant to open that pool on behalf of the DAO in the next day or so. He's actually been in Tel Aviv with a team as part of ETH Tel Aviv. But essentially, once that pool is opened, the community will be able to put Celo and GoodDollar into that pool and to begin to collect rewards from Uniswap's reward pool. We will share more about the reward scheme, but basically through deploying liquidity, people are eligible to earn up to $20 of rewards a week, $20 worth of rewards a week. And then when there's more volume and more liquidity in that pool, liquidity providers are eligible to earn more bonuses and more fees, essentially. So we'll be sharing I believe the liquidity pool is going to go live. Liquidity pool will be launched in the next few days whenever Bertrand opens it. And then the campaign for the liquidity campaign is going to go live on next Thursday, the 16th, which is when people can begin to deposit money into the pools and to begin to get rewards for it. Just to give you guys a heads up, this is not the only pair that there will be liquidity provider opportunities for. We're also going to we're also going to make a request that the community opens a Celo and CUSD pool that a GoodDollar USD pool that enables people to trade directly within a GoodDollar CUSD pool. And that will also be eligible for rewards the same way that it exists on Voltage. So for those of you guys who have deployed, have used your GoodDollars to actually deepen the Voltage pools, this will be another opportunity for you to take your GoodDollars and either reallocate them on Celo or begin to use some new GoodDollars on Celo to find some new opportunities in these pools. And earn some rewards. It's a great way to support the seeding of the ecosystem. The foundation will be deepening the pools, but not eligible for the rewards per se. So the goal is that we'll have, good enough liquidity on Celo originally so that ambassadors, users, everyone will be able to, swap their GoodDollars for other tokens immediately as part of the Celo ecosystem.
Thanks, Anna. I'm gonna give my update pretty quickly. So what Pat mentioned is like we are finalizing the last details. We don't need to open that. We're finalizing the last details for the proposal of the activation of the distribution on Celo, and hopefully we're gonna share it on Discord tomorrow. And just to summarize, it's gonna have all the details that you guys need to understand how the distribution is gonna happen on Celo. And it has like also a summarize of everything that Pat explained from like a user experience. So any other questions that you have, just a reminder, you have the Discord forum to ask any questions that you have there. And Anna, it's your turn again.
Just a really quick update, which is that we had some cool events in the community this week. There was ETH Tel Aviv that was happening Tel Aviv this week. I'm going to ask Hadar to give us a short recap of the things he attended and how it went. But I personally was really, really excited because it was Bertrand, who's not with us on this call, but has been such an epic community contributor to GoodDollar. Finally got an opportunity to meet Hadar and got an opportunity. I don't think he met Dorit, but he met a few other members of the community, and just like really fun for me to see him meet Tomer and everyone, and really fun for me anyway. They also did a great, I didn't put this up yet, but I know Bertrand went to Yoni Ben-Ami's Pesia's Kitchen, and he did a day there to learn about the operations that Yoni runs and how he's incorporating GoodDollar into his volunteering work and the food distribution at the soup kitchen. And I know had some really cool ideas for different ways that we can help improve that use case. So that just made me really happy. You see them with Jess at the event, really fun, really nice, really happy everyone got together. And Hadar, I'll ask you to tell us about, something interesting about the MetaMask hackathon. Super quickly, I'm going this weekend to UPenn, Penn Blockchain Week. They're having pretty interesting, what's turned out to be a pretty interesting crypto conference. They have a bunch of, I'm speaking on emerging markets, but I'm really pumped. We're going to meet, I'm really looking forward to meeting some of the people who have actually led the development of like the big social protocols. So I'm going to meet with people from Lens. I'm going to meet with people from Disco. I'm going to meet with people from Mirror to learn more about how they're incorporating content and community and identity into their solutions, and see if there's any opportunities for us there. And also I'm really hoping to connect with some student groups. One of the things we've talked about this forum is how can we work, GoodDollar education's really at the heart of GoodDollar, and making blockchain and DAOs accessible for people, not just to learn about and to receive, but also to begin to contribute to. And so I'm really looking forward to hopefully sitting down with some student groups and learning ways that we could potentially learn to collaborate with them and have them begin to contribute and do some, contribute to the community, all in the spirit of education. So that's my main update. And I'm going to introduce Sam in 1 second, which is I'm really, really pumped to do. But Hadar, do you have any fun insights from ETH Tel Aviv you can share with us, or recaps of them from the MetaMask hackathon? Is it just me or is he ignoring me?
He was talking before and I couldn't hear him, so
Talking now?
Now it seems like.
it looks to me that you're on mute, Hadar. Let me see. Okay, talk now.
Just messaged you can't hear me.
I think he's talking.
Okay, well, maybe. Okay, we'll let him reload. 1 second. So I know one of the things I saw photos of. Hadar, are you with us? No.
How about now?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Yeah,
Okay,
now we hear you.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't think I have any fun insights, except that it was a fun week, I guess. Not very productive, but just it's. So I was in Starkware. It was a 2 days event. Was very geeky. Lots of zero knowledge proof stuff. So I guess it was mostly for developers. I've met one of the founders of the Argent wallet. I tried to poke around and see if they're interested in doing something with us, but seems like they're currently more focused on Starkware, and that's their main, I guess, goal at the moment. What else? We went to the happy hour that that Flory Ventures were organized with other VCs. So yeah, again, lots of mingling, lots of good food and drinks, I guess. Then what else we had? When did we have the refi? Oh, we also had like a small refi gathering on Starkware on the second day. We had Grief coming on remote. A lot of new faces, people that came to hear what refi, I guess, is all about. What else? MetaMask.
Did you speak there?
What's that?
Did you speak there?
Yeah, it was just it was more like like an open discussion. So we were trying to discuss some concepts of value and money. The thing is that in the refi space, there are so many opinions on how things should work, and different ideas, different approaches. MetaMask. On Thursday, what was on Tuesday? We had the building blocks event. Jean sneaked me in, and it was I guess it was a nice. We also had a nice hangout there. We also talked mostly about like the GoodDollar token model a little bit, and we talked about credit, the importance of credit, and we talked about Ethic Hub a little bit, and mostly but mainly I think the takeaway was how credit is important, and how that's why like the control of money is important in terms of mostly credit, right? And how can we give, maybe how can we use GoodDollar in the future to give cheap credit to people. The MetaMask event, it wasn't like I don't know what it was. It was just more like a come and hang out event. It wasn't really a hackathon. I tried, so even the people that were there from MetaMask are not very technical, so I tried to ask some questions, but they couldn't supply them. But they found someone else that did work on MetaMask on some other project. So what I tried to do. So basically, MetaMask, what they're trying to do is they're giving developers the option, sort of extend its functionality. Not in terms of UI, but more like a dApp. If you have a dApp, then you can send, then you can ask MetaMask and the user to approve to run a small piece of code for you. So for example, what I try to do, it's not ready yet, but and I'll see if it will work. I tried to add like a notification for the claim time, right? So if the user will be, for example, on GoodSwap, he'll be able to add notifications, and then MetaMask will ask the user, do you want to add this application for notification from GoodDollar? And if the user approves, then, for example, I can add logic that runs on the background that will check if it's claim time and the wallet didn't claim yet. It will pop up a notification in MetaMask that, hey, you haven't claimed so far. So that's what I tried to do, and maybe I'll try to finish it next week, see if it's working.
Nice.
What else? Yeah, so today I did a tour. So Bertrand is supposed to come here sometime later, I don't know. But I also, today I gave a tour of the kibbutz to Roman. He's a French guy that also knows Bertrand, but and also was helping Jean with the refi conference. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe next year, maybe we can do like some sort of retreat in the kibbutz in next ETHTLV about, I don't know, the kibbutz as a blueprint for DAOs or something like that. I think that would be
That sounds
be
fun.
interesting for people. Yeah, so I hope that Bertrand wouldn't get lost on the way here, and find his way here. Yeah, that's I guess that's the short recap. So, but mainly
That's super great. That was a great recap. Thank you, Hadar. That was, I mean, a lot. You covered a lot of ground. You represented GoodDollar well, it seems like.
yeah, always try to, I guess.
Oh, you always do, but just
I don't
you
think,
gotta get your
I don't
body
think I've
into
seen
the
other
rules.
people. I don't think that I've seen anyone buying GoodDollars from the reserve. But
there's not a direct correlation I found between like running around at an event and meeting 1 million people and then reserve purchases. But it sounds like it sounds fun, and I'm very happy that you and Bertrand's gonna do the kibbutz tour and stay with you, and that probably means that there's a sure bet that the liquidity pool is gonna get deployed in the next 2 days. So very, very, very good all around. Okay, no more joking around. I'm gonna thank you, Hadar. It's my great pleasure to introduce a new community contributor who has joined us on this call, Sam Flanagan, who is joining us from Web3 for Good. Woo! Sam crossed paths with us through all of this assorted work that she's taken on as she's discovered Web3 and specifically focused in on the intersection of crypto and social impact. She started the Web3 for Good newsletter and Twitter, and we crossed paths that way, and has throughout a range of different Web3 communities. I know she contributes to Boys Club, among others that are focused on education and access and inclusion. She's interviewed Steve, and I know, Sam, I forget where that interview was published, but she's spoken to a bunch of members of the community, a really strong sense of GoodDollar, and I am just so thrilled to welcome her to join us as a part-time contributor to help support with the communication, social media, the brand voice, all things getting our words there and our activities out there into the world. And so I'll let her introduce herself now and present the first project that she's worked on.
Hi everyone, very excited to be here. So like Anna said, I'm gonna be supporting with communications more regularly. So that's kind of everything from social media, press, communicating some of these like really exciting technical updates. We want to do a lot with highlighting the stories of things that people are doing in the community. So that's just a very high level overview of what we're going to be working on. If you have any communication project ideas, feel free to send them my way so I can start thinking about them now. So although I'm kind of officially just starting as like a regular contributor, I've been working for the last couple months mostly with Anna and Mary on revamping our public Notion. So I'll share my screen, or actually I see it's already up there. If you, we can just use this screen. So some of you might be familiar with what is usually called the community page, that community.gooddollar.org, and that's where we usually send people for this kind of information. And it's a great page. There's a ton of information there. So the project that we're working on is revamping that so it's better organized, so it's easier to find what we're looking for. So a lot of that was consolidating information, just redoing the menus. And so what you're seeing on the screen now is our kind of first draft V1 of a revamped public Notion page. So there's a link in the agenda, and I'll also drop it in the chat. But this page, you should be able to review it now. Like I said, it's V1. It's not 100% perfect. There's some stuff that we definitely want to go in and update. We want to take another kind of design look at it and see where we can revamp that stuff. There will be a new URL that's created and deployed eventually, but for now, we would love to have everyone, whenever you have a chance, just check this out, send me your feedback, let me know what you think of it, if there's things that are missing that we can do better. But we're really excited to get this page out to people so that we can share all the stuff that we're working on here. And I think that's it for now, right? Like I won't go into detail page by page. Anything else you want me to touch on with this page, Anna?
No, just to add that we'll be, this is part of a larger website project where we'll be updating what is now GoodDollar.org to be a one-page site, and then all of the complementary content that really provides, the details around what is GoodDollar, how does it work, the community, how to use it, how to access it, documentation, the DAO, etc. will live through this Notion site, which will set us up, for how we're evolving the community and the project moving forward. So thank you, Sam.
I just dropped the link in the chat too for people that don't have the agenda open.
Thanks, Sam. Okay, and now we're gonna continue with the community update. Progress, are you up for it?
Yes. Hello, everybody. To start, I want to start with the Ambassadors Program update. So for the past 4 to 5 weeks, we've been working on getting a structured ambassador program. Sorry, I need this screen back on. And we've rolled out the preliminary phase of the ambassador program, and it's basically centered around giving a direction to what the ambassadors will do month on month. And for this month, we have a couple of tasks for the ambassadors. I've already shared with all the ambassadors, and it's basically
Progress. Sorry to interrupt you, but I can hear you, but most of people cannot hear you. Can you try exit the call and getting back again to see if that works? That worked from Hadar, so hopefully it'll work for you too.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait a second, guys. I could hear him, so he's just entering the call again to see if that fixes the problem.
How about now? Is it okay now?
I hear you. Who can hear progress?
Can anybody hear me?
I think they cannot hear you, progress. Like Hadar can hear you. I can hear you. People who can hear progress, can you try exiting the call and getting back again to see if that solves the problem?
Okay. Okay, how about now?
Yes, so now Anna can hear you. I can hear you too. Yes, I think like now everybody can hear you. So go ahead, sorry. Start from the beginning, please.
Okay. Please, can you help me share the screen? I don't know who was sharing the screen earlier.
Pat, can you share the screen?
So I said my first presentation is basically around the ambassadors program. We've been doing some tweaks to it for a while now, and we've come out with the first version of it, and it's basically centered around giving some monthly tasks to the ambassadors. And for this month, the tasks include translation, getting some community images that we would use to build the gallery page for the community that we are working on, and basically just those two for now. And I've communicated with all the ambassadors so they know what the task is for the month, although most of them have not reached out to ask. I'm assuming everybody understands what's going on. And after the call, there's going to be an office hour where the ambassadors and I will have a chat, and I'll get to answer questions as much as is possible. Yeah, so I just spoke about the office hours, which will happen after the call. So next, just a brief of what the community has been up to. We had Nigeria do their Twitter space recently, and it was centered around incorporating Web3 and Web2 for personal and financial development. And it was a really, really enlightening session. So anyone who wants to check that out, feel free to go to the GoodDollar Nigeria Twitter page, and you will see that. So next, which is like the most interesting community activity that happened recently, was the AIE SEC and GoodDollar Cameroon cleanup. It happened in Dola, I think last week, right? And it was an environmental cleaning up campaign, and we saw the community members from GoodDollar partner with ASEC to pick up bottles and trash, stuff that can mess up the environment. And it was really commendable effort, Go green. We have just one Earth, so, and I think it's a big deal that GoodDollar is participating in activities that will help to preserve the Earth and keep the environment healthy. So kudos to the Cameroon team for the beautiful initiative, and we look forward to more of this and for other communities to learn. There are some videos on this, and we're going to make a tweet about it soon, so everybody will get to see it. Or I'll probably just drop the link to that so everyone can see. So next was the UBI Africa Dialogue Series. We had Steven from GoodDollar in that, and it happened like 2 weeks ago, and I think it's a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing. I don't know how it's scheduled, but Steven was there, and I attended one session, and it was good too. I don't know if there's a recording of it. Steve, is there a recording?
I'm recording.
No, I mean the recording of this
okay,
UBI
okay.
Dialogue Series event. So if anyone wants to check it out, they can go. Okay, next up is the updates on the community center on Notion. So we've updated the brand asset page to include some changes in most of the resources that the ambassadors and everyone can work with, right? So we've updated templates, done some tweakings, and changed some things. So here you have the presentation templates that someone can just copy and use for their presentations. And yeah, there are instructions too on that page on how to go about this. And just so that it will stick, one instruction that people will tend to ignore is the fact that you have to duplicate the template whenever you're working on it. So I just want to reemphasize that, and so that whoever is using it, you want to have the original version, of course. So whatever you're doing, make sure to duplicate the template and work on the duplicate so the original remains for someone else to come and use.
Yeah.
So next up is we've updated the GoodDollar events page too on Notion. There we have all the past, ongoing and future events, and it's a page that is constantly being updated. So if you want to look for any event that has happened in the past, a past recording, an agenda for our community calls, any event from communities that you just want to go back to, they're all there in the community event page on Notion. So you can just go and look through everything. Is there pictures, videos, agenda, whatever you're looking for about that call is there, and we'll keep adding as we get more calls too. So I think finally, Frank is on the call, and he's going to do a presentation on the Daunting project, and I'm going to give him the floor now for the next 5 minutes. I hope that will be enough.
Yes, I'm in the call.
Okay, take it away, Frank.
Okay, hi everyone. Just to come back on the pronunciation, it's actually Douala. It's the economic capital of Cameroon, and it's basically a French. Don't bother yourself about this. It's basically a French name, so I understand that you pronounce it wrongly. Douala is in the center of Cameroon, and we basically speak French here, but Cameroon is a bilingual country. So we have the thing which is called Daunting. But before talking about this, I would like to emphasize on our global strategy. We focus on three main things here in Cameroon. We focus firstly on events that gather people together. That's why we join our hands together with ISEC to work on that cleanup day, because that is one of our strategy. Working with students, women associations, and student associations. So ISEC is a students association, and they work in university, and they had that cleanup day, and we joined our hands together and went there. We offered some gloves, I think that's the English name. We offered some drinks, and of course we were there physically to help them pick up those trashes and of course make some good pictures and videos. Have the opportunity, of course, also to share about them with them about what GoodDollar actually is. And in bonus, they receive some tokens of GoodDollar, because we found out that when sending GoodDollar tokens to people, that actually bring them to create accounts, that actually bring them to get to know more about what the organization actually is. So I wanted to talk about this, and you are going to understand why we work that way. So that was the first thing, the events that we organize with people. The second thing is, they maybe have already attended one event. They have been used to claim some GoodDollars, okay. what next? We thought about making those people being able to convert their tokens to create to data or to airtime, and we expect to make them being able to convert it or to exchange it to in order to have other services or other goods. That's what we expect in the future. So that's the second point. And then the third point is, okay, maybe they have then an event. First point, maybe they start exchanging GoodDollar to other things in order to get other things. So how can they maybe multiply? How can they get more GoodDollars? So we thought about that thing which is called tontine here. I think in Kenya it's called shama or something like that. But it's a system which is very used here in Africa. Basically, tontine is kind of an association that bring together members of a group or a family, both individual who have decided to pool goods or services for the benefit of everyone, and then it can. They put together their tokens, and then rotatively someone can get the token which have been put together by everyone. And added to that, there are some system of credit that you mentioned previously, because when everybody put together their tokens in order to give to someone specific person, that means if another one is in the need of that amount of token, maybe he can get a credit from the person who have received it. You understand? So that is where we are leading to. Normally I have a presentation, but I think it is going to be long. I would can send you the presentation, or maybe Progress can send you the presentation later. I just want you to get the idea of or how we develop this. So those people, they claim every day, they attend our activities, they exchange goods and services with GoodDollar in order to be able to run the tontine, in order to be able to make sure that the amount of tontine that they are supposed to give every week, they must have it. So it's kind of challenging for them in order to attend those events, in order to claim every day, in order to continue selling services or goods to receive more GoodDollars. You understand? That's how it works. So there are some specific actors in what tontine is. The Tontine 2.0 that we are building now, there are mentors. The Tontine will operate with a reorganized way through the mentors, because any member of the GoodDollar community have the application in his phone and is active claiming, and is likely to create a tontine of 20 or 10 to 20 people, for example. So the role of the mentor is basically to manage the tontine group every weekend, train the members of the team, assist the member in case of any difficulty. So meaning if the person do not remember how to get access to his wallet or such things. The role of the mentors is also to attend events organized by GoodDollar, and also his role is also to help all the members to do staking, because we are going to involve Bertrand in this to train us how to use staking, or how to do staking on maybe Celo, GoodDApp, or any other platform using the GoodDollar token. There is a training plan already on this. One other main actor in the community, in the tontine, is the member. Yes, the member, they have to respect the contribution schedule. So that means they are, tontine here, the traditional one, it's kind of printed in the mindset. Nobody fails it. You understand? So that's why we put that rule, respect the fact that they should contribute every week. Or it's basically from Friday 9 a.m. to Sunday, and latest Sunday 9 p.m. They must send what they have agreed to send every week. Respect the contribution rate. The rates go from 500 good dollars to 2,000 good dollars. And they must be willing to how can I say it, to stake 15% of their total contribution. I mean, when everybody put together their token, their good dollar token, and give it to one person, 50% of the money received by that person, the person must agree to stake that 50%. In case of any failure or unjustified late contribution from one person, we have think about putting some how can I say, some reserve. I don't know if it's the right word. Put aside some amount of good dollar that is going to help the mentor to make sure if one person cannot contribute, that the mentor can do it, and then the person is going to reimburse. But if it's unjustified, the person is going to pay a bonus. So it's going to contribute first because it's a requirement. Then it's going to add a bonus of 50 good dollars. You understand? So that's the main actuals in the taunting. So there is a kind of cash funds, which is a reserve that can be used as a contribution in case of failure, as I mentioned. This fund is basically managed by the mentor, and it varies from 10,000 good dollars to 20,000 good dollars. It's not used until the end of the tontine. It's reserved. This reserve goes exclusively to, if it's not used until the end of the tontine, this reserve goes exclusively to the mentor. The bonus background. The bonus I mentioned refers to the bonus paid to the recipient of the week by GoodDollar team. It's managed also by the mentor, and it represents the double of the amount benefited by the person. So meaning if the rate that every person in the tontine is supposed to give each week is 500 good dollars, that means if we are 10 right now, 10 multiplied by 9, because the person receiving does not contribute, that 500 multiplied by 9, the 10th person received that amount plus 1,000 good dollars, because it's the double of the amount contributed by each person. Yes, and of course the staking I mentioned is basically it's in our plan is it's going to be made on a monthly basis. So every month, the person who have agreed to stake 50% of the amount received, they are going to give it to the mentor who is going to stake it for them. But we expect it to be very automatic also, that every person can do it by himself, so that it's not centralized by someone. That's why we require that training from Bertrand. We already talked about it with him already. So that's basically an overall idea of what the taunting is, and what why we decided to put it in place in our environment, because people are used to do it, and we just thought that we can use GoodDollar token, which is a UBI that every person can claim, that every person in our environment, in our context, can win by participating to our activities, by being involved in our different activities, or everybody can earn by selling goods and services through our different Telegram groups, and then participate to the taunting. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you today.
Thank you, Frank. That was awesome. So yeah, Thanks so
I
much.
know that there is. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can
So
hear you.
we have also someone that's working like on saving circles from the community. Right? I don't know. His nickname on Telegram is Green Owl.
Yes, Harold.
Owl, right? Owl.
Yeah.
Are you in touch with him?
Yes, of course. He's one of our members. I mean, he is the developer of our team. So
Okay.
I put it in contact with Bertrand, and then you. I am the one who told him to contact you because I know you are the main person to have him build all of those things that I said about.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool. So we think a lot of we think that we'll try to support more development of this application.
Yes, we really expect it. If I can give you like quickly some numbers, in 2020, yes, in 2022, there are like 338 persons we attended our different events. That we were invited by a lot of associations, like 8 of them during the whole year to 2022, and it's a total of 338 persons that we interacted with. That's one thing. I mean, two things. The number of associations, yes, the number of persons we interacted with, and the third number is we distributed around 2,700,000 $good to our direct communities. You understand? Because a large part of what we receive from GoodDollar, we also distribute it to our communities in order to make them being involved in our different activities, as I explained earlier. You understand?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Frank. There's so much in here that we can learn from and progress for arranging it.
Yeah, thank you guys. We're a little bit over time, but honestly, it was so worth it to learn what you guys are doing. I want to open the floor quickly if anyone wants to share something. I don't know if you have any updates, Dorit, that you want to share with us today, or any other community member.
Yeah, I just need to jump to another call, but just a quick update. We have, big news, we have a new entity. It's a setup. We have it. So now we are on the second part of it, is to formulate the bank account around it so we can start the operation under this entity. And it's really, really, really great news for us. And we are very happy that we accomplished this step. So yeah, looking forward to share with you more as we are anticipate that we'll have some more news in the next 10 or 14 days until the next call that we'll have together. So thank you, everyone. I have to jump to another call, so have a nice weekend, and bye for now.
Yeah, thanks, Dorit. Thanks, everyone. Again,
Thanks, everybody.
now progress is gonna you're gonna stay like a little bit for like office hours. So if any ambassadors have any questions about the task, or like just want to chat with Progress because he's great, now is your opportunity. See you guys. Bye.